Good morning and happy Friday to you. It's 48 degrees, 6:39 right now. It's a wet one. Brennans is here with drinks and cheeses that are all perfect for your fall activities and just perfect, period. Here to talk about it more is Tim Mulcahy from Brennans. Thanks so much for being here, as usual.
Morning, thank you.
We've had you guys in about every month, and I know we spent a lot of time talking about fruits. We learned a lot about them. And not that you can't still get those this time of year, but it's so fabulous to have hot cider and
it's time to switch gears a little bit with fall coming in. The temperatures dropping, of course, for this weekend. So some kind of things, when the seasons change, people's eating habits and drinking habits kind of change. So these, some items that you can kind of segue to as far as drinks go. We can start with everybody's favorite apple cider this time of year. Apples are very plentiful, and so is the cider. Hot or cold, obviously. Nothing really better than hot apple cider on a cold day. One thing that might be a little bit better is actually would be hot cherry wine.
I was going to ask you.
Yes, absolutely.
I was like, we need to talk about these. They look really pretty, and I know they're a little sweeter. So you got cherry, apple, and cranberry wine, all Wisconsin, by the way.
Right, all Wisconsin, right.
So you can warm them up, and how do you recommend warming them?
Maybe in a saucepan, you can just warm them up. You could do it in the microwave, obviously, but in a saucepan it'd probably be a little bit. Probably fill the the room with some cherry scent and that sort of thing. Add a little mulling spice for a little kick to your cider or wine, perhaps, and makes for a nice fall treat. Out raking the leaves on a Sunday and a little bit nippy. Come on in and watch a Packer game and be a little bit warmed up by halftime. So.
And hopefully when you're watching that Badger game, you're celebrating.
Yeah, right.
So the wine for me and the cider for my kids.
Exactly.
And the cheeses, too, are great paired up with these kinds of drinks that you only really get this time of year.
Right.
So.
The cranberry Colby goes well. A nice mild cheese with some cranberries added goes well with any of the fruit wines. Munster, the salty Munster cheese goes perfect with the apple cider.
Okay.
Moving on to the beers real quick. We've got our Snake River Zonker Stout, which is a real rich, malty stout, which goes great with our Rock and Roll Gorgonzola. It's a kind of a pungent, sort of a salty cheese. Our Brennans Dark Amber, I should say. I'm sorry.
You have your own microbrewery. That's exciting.
We do.
That's cool.
Absolutely. We have the Dark Amber and the Pilsner, which is actually brewed right here in Madison.
Yep.
Our Atlantic Brewery Bar Harbor Real Ale, which is a kind of a darker, a medium-bodied, I should say, dark ale. Goes great with our Wisconsin Cranberry Cheddar.
And Bar Harbor is Maine. Where I was, actually, and they do have really good beers there.
We had our blueberry beer here when we talked about blueberries a couple months ago.
Exactly. So this is fabulous. You can find it all at Brennan's. These things are available this time of year, and it kind of comes and goes, too. So
absolutely.
Get it while you can.
Got it.
Tim, as usual, thanks for being here. There's a list of locations here. You can find all of that information, as usual, on our web channel as well. And now, back to Charlie and Christine.